Hi guys, today I've got something a little bit different to my normal reaction videos. I've got this watch in and I do fix quite a lot of watches, automatics, battery power watches and occasionally smartwatches. This is obviously an Apple Watch. This is a Series 2, no it's a Series 1 in fact, and it's a 38mm case. It doesn't switch on. I really don't like that screen protector thing at the front either. As you can see, I'm trying a master reset on any watch I get, which is Apple or smartwatch, to see if I can get that working through the master reset. It's always the first point of call, and in this case I can't. So what I will do is I will try and charge it. Get the charger, and I'm going to see if I can actually get anything on the battery. So once I put the battery in place, give it a bit of time, I do get the Apple logo, which is good. That means the connectors are working, the display screen's working, and let's see what happens. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but there was a red logo, red Apple logo, which means there's a problem with one of the connectors, or most likely a problem with the battery. So I'll just try that again with a master reset while it's charging. That can sometimes kickstart watches, but if you're getting the red Apple sign, then it generally means it's not gonna work. That means that the battery is most likely overheated, or it's become dud because you haven't used the watch. So you get this message. I don't know if you saw that. It actually said take to the Apple store or go to the Apple website and go to help. They'll charge you a fair bit of money for this. So the first thing I need to do is take these straps off. So you push into this side, just slide them off pretty easily. Again, push into this little notch at the back to slide it off. Just makes the watch a lot easier to handle. So we need to get in. So there's this line across the edge, and I'm going to use something called an eye opener, which is a watch opener, and you heat these things up. You don't have to use this. You can use a glue gun. You can use different types of openers. So in this case, I'm using a watch knife. I'm not being as careful as I should be, but it's okay. I don't scratch it, and I'm going to use the watch knife to slowly, very gently. It's not as much force as it appears. I'm doing that very gently, actually. Just going back again, the eye opener, what that would do is it would actually heat up the glue and the adhesive around the edges of the watch. And once that's to a certain temperature, it will make it a lot easier for it to come off. So let's just pry this now with this sticky thing. All I'm doing is just trying to loosen it. This isn't going to pull the actual front off. I just want to loosen it a bit, and there you go. It did actually put it off. I didn't really want that, but it's okay because I only loosened the top. And the reason I did that is because you can see the bottom, because you can see on the Series 1, which is very different to the 3 and the 4 and the 5, the 6 is also different to that. There is one connector. So if I open this up, hopefully you should be able to see inside. There is one connector right at the back of the watch, and there's the battery at the front. One point, and that one connector needs to come off before you take the face off. But in these cases, when it's just a battery replacement with this particular series, and I do believe it's just the Series 1, you can actually replace the battery without taking the connector off. So I've got a few tools I'm using here. You can improvise, but these tools cost $10, £8-9 on Amazon. So anyway, let's take the front off. So I'm using this. It's like a guitar pick. Just enables me to take most of the top off, just to give me a bit more breathing space in there. See if anything else needs cleaning, and if anything's damaged, which I don't think it is. So the connectors are still in place, which means it's most likely a battery problem. So what I'm going to do is use these tweezers, just pry open even the connector. Again, I don't need to do this. I can probably just go straight into the battery, but I'm just having a look inside the watch now just to see if there's any obvious disruption in there or anything that's inflated, because sometimes the inflation of the battery can actually impact other parts of the watch inside because it expands. That's usually due to overheating rather than it being left alone. So I think it's at this stage I realise that I probably don't need to really open the front screen up, and I can most likely just change the battery. So there, I've pulled the battery out, and as you can see there's a little connector. Hopefully you can see this. There's a tiny little connector between the battery and the watch. I am trying to point at it, but I admittedly haven't got the best setup here for the camera. My apologies. So I'll try and do it here. So if you just see the edge of my tweezers, that's where the connector is. And that connector connects the battery to the watch. And all you need to do is just separate the two. And it is nothing but a little bit of force. That's it. They're just wedged together. Don't yank it, but do add a tiny bit of pressure. And just pull them apart. There we go. So hopefully this will illustrate it better. So that little bit at the end, that connects to the the watch inside. So I'm just having a look to see if there's any dust in there, if there's anything that needs to come out. This old battery can go back to the customer, and this is a new battery, so you can buy these new batteries fairly cheap. I'm in the UK, so pay pounds, and this cost me, I think, £6, and it came the next day from eBay. You can buy them fairly cheap. So let's connect this battery up to that connector. And drop it in, and let's try and see if we can get any activity on the watch. I'm doing a master reset straight away. It might need a charge, so let's leave it to charge and see what happens. Yes, I'm literally going to sit there and see what happens. There, now we've got this sign, which is different to what we had before. And if you saw that, it was kind of like a radiator sign. Yeah, so this is the watch. We just left it and used the passcode to get in, and it's working. A couple of scuff marks at the bottom that were there before. I will admit. You can see I've taken that sticky thing off the top as well. I'm going to replace that with a new one. But yeah, the watch is working perfectly fine, and it has a new battery, new life, and it looks good. So I'll give it a clean and then send it back to the customer.